Good afternoon, class. Today's topic is OPS. OPS means Object Oriented Programming System. OPS is a important concept of the Java, and today as we discuss the OPS concept with a real life example. OPS is object oriented programming is a software development paradigms that modules the real world entities as objects. Is organize the code using the concept like the classes, inheritance, encapsulation and the polymorphism to build the modular, reusable and maintainable software. Here is the OPS concept with the real world example. First is the classes and object. Start with the class. Class is a blueprint or the template that define the properties and behavior of a categories of item. It doesn't physically exist on its own. Second is the object, an actual physical instance of the class. It takes up the memory and has the actual data. Real time example. Think of a blueprint for a house. The blueprint is the class. It details the number of rooms, square footage and where the doors are. However, you cannot live in a blueprint. You use this blueprint to the actual house. These physical house, example house A, house B are the objects. Second is the encapsulation. What it is, the practice of wrapping data and methods together into a single unit and restricting the direct access to the data. It protects the data from the unauthorized access using the access modifier like private. Real time example, a medical capsule. The capsule is outer shell wrap ups all the different medicine together into the one unit. Similarly, it prevents the outside world from directly thinking with the internal data without using the designated methods getter and setter. Third is the abstraction. What it is, the process of hiding the complex unnecessary internal implementation detail and showing only the essential feature or functionalities to the user. Real time example, an ATM machine. When you want to withdraw cash, you only interact with the screen to the input your pin and select an amount. You do not need to know the complex internal mechanisms of the medicine, how it counts the money or how it communicates with the bank server. The complexity is abstracted away. Fourth is the inheritance. What it is, a mechanism where a new class, subclass and child class interact the properties and behavior of an existing class, superclass, parents class. It promotes the code reusability. Real time example, a vehicle. Let's say you have a parents class called vehicle with properties like the vehicle, fuel and the max speed. You cannot create a subclass called the car and another called the truck. Both will automatically inherit the vehicle's properties, so you do not have to write them again, but they can also add their own unique properties like the trunk of a car or a cargo pad for the truck. Polymorphism. What it is, the ability of the different objects to respond the same method call in their own unique way. Real time example, the smartphone camera. Let's have you have a journal command called capture photo. If you invoke the capture photo on the base camera app, it snaps a standard image. If you invoke the exact same capture photo command inside Instagram, it might open a story in interface and add filters. The exact same action behave the differently depending on the context.